Basically this morning I thought I'd do a little handstand tutorial. So anyone who is new to handstands, I have had quite a few requests recently about doing different handstand tutorials, so this is the one for you. I do have about 1 million videos and I have certainly done handstand tutorials in the past, so definitely check them out. Maybe I'll try and find them and link them below just so you guys don't have to search and try and find them yourself. But we're going to do a variety of different exercises if you are new to handstands that are going to be beneficial for your training. So this is anyone who can't necessarily kick up, just wants to start getting in handstand training, or you're just new to handstands, you can kick up and you want to improve your positioning. So let's get on with the different exercises. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, that's it really. First exercise we're going to do is a supine position. This is like the #1 exercise I recommend that everyone, it doesn't matter what level you're at, does if you want to work on that handstand alignment. Supine is where you're laying on your back. Your arms are around your head, pushing out through the shoulders. Then you're trying to flatten down the ribs to the ground. The back is flat down to the ground. Legs are squeezed together, pushing out through the shoulders as if you're in handstand position, and you're just going to hold that position. So you're breathing throughout this position, and I would recommend aiming for 40 seconds, building up to a minute hold. So if you can get into that position on the ground, then when you kick into handstand, you're going to be able to effectively hold a perfect handstand if you worked on different areas like strength, core strength, wrist mobility, shoulder strength, shoulder mobility, and everything like that. So that's the first exercise that everyone should be doing. The second exercise we're going to do is a prone position. This is fairly similar, but we're laying on our front. So for this, again, you're trying to create that gap underneath your stomach, so it's as if you're focusing on that posterior pelvic tilt, which is really important in your handstand position. So lifting up, stomach tilting from the pelvis, lifting the arms, pushing out from the shoulders. This is more difficult than if you're in the supine position, laying down on your back. So this is like a step up or a progression. So #1 is the supine position, the first position. #2 is the prone position, laying on your front, creating that gap underneath the stomach, squeeze the glutes, arms above the head, head staying on the ground, and holding. If you're new to that, you're going to find that position quite challenging, and again, I suggest building from 30 seconds up to a minute. If you can do that position, it's going to really help again in your normal handstand position. The third thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on fingertip strength. So you've got a couple of different options for this. Firstly, you're just going to come up onto your fingertips and you're going to hold that position. Already you might be feeling this quite a lot, it's quite intense with the fingertips. If that's quite easy, then you're going to sit back on your heels and you're going to lift the weight of one arm, staying on your fingertips, and then to the other side. Again, if that's easy, then you can move into a fingertip plank and you can build up to a 30-second hold. And then finally, if that's easy, then you can go into press ups in that position. But that will probably, or more likely, be for people who are quite advanced with their handstand training. So I would not suggest any means of beginner trying that. The fourth exercise we're going to be doing is a hollow hold. This is a core position. Quite a few people might be familiar with a hollow hold, and we're going to go from a hollow hold to a arch hold. These are two really important core exercises that everyone, again, should be doing when you're handstand training. They're quite difficult exercises. The hollow hold is quite a difficult exercise to do, and I will give you a regression if you can't actually get into the hollow hold. But we are laying on our back, arms are above the head, legs are lifted off the ground, so just waist, and we're pushing up from the shoulders should lift the ground, we're breathing at the same time, and we're holding. Again, try and build up to a 30-second hold in that position, and that's going to really work your stomach. Then you're going to come onto your front, and you're going to lift up into an arch. So feet are raised to the ground, chest is lifting up, arms above the head. Again, push up to the shoulders, zip into the position. You may as well practice, and then come back down. So both those positions, you're I would suggest switching from one to the other and doing about 4 to 5 repetitions of each one, each session, to build up strength in the core. Hold each one for about 30 seconds if you can. If you can't do that hollow hold, which was the first session I showed you, I suggest doing leg lowers, so start the legs up and do single leg lowers, join the foot, the other leg, back up. So that's a slightly easier exercise for your abs than if you're just doing a hollow hold. The 6th exercise we're going to do is actually starting to practice our handstands. So we're not going to go into a full handstand yet, we're just going to practice a kick up, so half kick up. So standing up, we're going to practice this lunge position, so hands go down, follow the legs, keeping one leg up, and back down. Up, and down. The main thing you're focusing on when you're getting into that kick-up position is that one leg is stacked over. So your hips are stacked over your shoulders. You're getting one leg up into that stacked position, as that's going to really focus on body awareness and understanding, a bit of like proprioception response, understanding where your body is in the air. So where your hips are in relation to your shoulders, and that is a really important component in your handstand training. The 7th exercise we're going to do is going to be an L shape. This L shape position, which I'm going to demo in a second, we are focusing on proprioception response. We're focusing on getting the hips stacked over the shoulders. As I said, it's really important you're focusing on that upper body and stacked position for a handstand. The reason I say this is because if you think about it, when you're standing up, you know, you're in a completely stacked position and it feels effortless. It's the same with a handstand. You know, you're standing on your hands. If your hips are stacked over your shoulders are stacked over your hands, you're in a perfectly stacked position and it makes the handstand effortless. So as soon as you then develop that strength in the core, in the wrists, in the shoulders, you can literally just balance and stay there forever. So we're starting with our feet on the box. Then the hands are walking into the box, pushing up to the shoulders, and as you can see, my hips are stacked over my shoulders, and you're just holding that position. If you want to, you can add a shrug, and then you're coming down from that position. So I'll start off again with a 30-second hold, building from 30 seconds to a minute. If that's quite easy, add in the shrug, so you can add in 10 shrugs. The last exercise we're going to do is a reverse handstand. I can't even remember how many exercises are on at this point, but I'm going to demo a perfect chest to wall reverse handstand position. And again, this is focusing on building up that strength for your handstand training, and also just building on that endurance and understanding that alignment with the wall as a prop to help you do that. Take control of the movement into it, walking hands into the wall, pushing up to the shoulders, head facing the wall, and you're just holding that position. Legs should be squeezed, glutes should be squeezed, aiming for around 10 to 30 seconds, and then walking out with control all the way down to the ground, and that's it. So guys, hope you've enjoyed that handstand tutorial video. If you have, please subscribe to my channel, consider a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you for my next video.